there, guys. So, I just took a shower because it's nighttime and it's like, I don't have a clock in viewing distance, but it's probably like 10:30 or something, and I'm supposed to be asleep. Well, not asleep, but going to bed because, having mono makes you sleepy and tired all the time. Yes, it does do that actually, but I'm actually awake right now and I really wanted to make these videos. This video, I don't know if it's gonna be 1 or 2 or 5. Um, just because I'm gonna forget if I don't. But I'm also gonna be getting ready for bed while I do, so yeah. So this is definitely second channel material. So there's a lot of things that I would like to talk about. My hair is wet and I don't want it to get on the back of my neck. There's a lot of things that I would really like to talk about. And so we're gonna start with, I have them written down on paper so I don't forget that they are, and we're just gonna start with the top one. The first one, it says shooting, and that is my note to talk about the shooting that happened in Florida recently. So I don't really know a ton about that. Most of what I've gotten is from social medias like Pinterest, Tumblr, and my classmates and teachers talking about it in my history classes, because current events is history that is happening in the middle. So I don't know a ton about what happened, but the AP World History teacher from that school put out a little notice on the AP History Facebook page that said that I think I may have talked about this in a previous video. Oh well, that's fine. So said that they wanted it would be nice if other AP classes in from all over the country and the world could write letters to her students just to talk about that and help them feel loved, because in the AP World community, we call ourselves the WAP family because we're really close to each other. At least in my school, my teacher is sort of like, if she was like, if I was ever gonna have kids, this is like my replacement for that, because she doesn't want to have kids, but we are like her kids. But not everyone gets to call her mom, sadly. um, so she was like, so if anybody wants to write a letter, we're going to use this class period for that. If not, you can just do other history stuff. You don't have to write one. And I was like, okay, I'm going to write one. I didn't really know what to put though, so I feel like mine might be kind of different from the others, but I showed it to my teacher and she said it was good. And I was like, okay, because I didn't want to offend anybody, because I'm really good at offending people. Yeah. So, while we were doing that, our school actually went on soft lockdown, like literally while that class was happening, because there had been a video going around on the internet about uh, someone potentially coming to our school to shoot there, and it was like this video that was there, like video of like some guy with a gun saying they were gonna come and do something or something. I didn't see that because I don't have like a ton of social medias with a lot of friends on them. But a lot of people were getting freaked out, and so teachers were trying to make it the principal and the police and everything were like investigating it, trying to figure out what was true and what wasn't, because so many rumors were going around. And then we got talked to about how you should bring your knowledge to an adult or police before you share it on the internet, because yeah. And then this, I haven't had this written down, but on another note, I think it was Friday, we had an assembly because it's National Black History Month, I think. And so we had an assembly and they did a bunch of really cool things. There was some singing, and there was a video, and some famous person who I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are because I don't know anything about famous people. It was like AJ Carr, I think was his name. He came and talked to us, and it was really cool. I thought that they were able to get some famous person to talk to us, and I also really liked the kinds of things that he said, even though I know he was talking more to the black students, that like people like African American students. Um, that still, sorry, this is making noise. Still, it's inspiring that they would think to bring someone our age to talk to us, because I feel like at my other school, if we were gonna do something for that and we were gonna have a speaker, it would be someone who's like and definitely an adult, and this person's like 15. So I feel like it's more impactful to have someone talk to you when they're your age because you can relate to them so much more. And as he was talking about like having a rough background, a rough past, and I was like, I mean, I don't have a terrible life. I have actually a pretty good life. But I know that a lot of people that go to my school have not the best lives or not lives that they would love to have. And so I know they could actually really relate to him. And it was really great that they could do that. And I am applauding my school um, for doing that and just having that whole assembly and everything. So, yay, school. So, that's everything. Like, that's not everything that has to do with school. A lot of stuff has to do with school. School is basically my life. Right, at the moment, I don't really have a job, although futureness, but that's off the subject. So the next thing that I have on here is about this paper, and actually, let me just get it really quick. So in health class, I don't know even like what this was for, really. I've already turned it in and got my grade for it because it was like a completion grade. But like I don't know what like areas of wellness it was for or anything, but we got this sort of parent guardian interview, and it has what's 14 minus 8, that number of questions, because they're numbered that way. I don't know why. It has that number of questions on it, and the assignment was you had like a week to ask your parents those questions and them to give you answers. You didn't have to write down the answers or anything. All you had to do was get the paper signed, and it says that we have discussed the questions above. Um, and she said specifically, like, if your parents don't want to talk to you about those things, or they're too busy, or you just can't do it, just get it signed. You'll still get the points. It'll be fine. And I kind of really wanted to do that because I knew that, like, a lot of these things that my family and I disagree on. Because, yeah. So, like, here are the questions. What are 3 things you think I should know? What are 3 things we value most in our family? What advice would you give a teenager about dating? What should I know about marriage? What are 3 of the toughest things about being a parent? What expectations do you have for me? What advice would you give a teenager about becoming an adult? Um, so like a lot of these topics would be kind of controversial for my family, but I told my mom about it and she wanted to do it because I don't know, she just doesn't expect us to fight as much as we do or something. Um, and she wanted to do it, and I was like, you could just sign the paper though. But so we tried to do it, and then we also ended up having like off-topic conversations because that's just what happens when I talk with people. I like start to talk with them about like we're gonna talk about this thing, and then we go completely off the subject and never actually finish talking about the thing. So we ended up doing like the first question, and she told me like one thing she wanted me to know, and then we went off topic for like a half hour. And then we got to the second one, and I knew that she was gonna say some things that I wouldn't like because obviously I'm not the same kind of person as the rest of my family. My family is religious. They are conservative, and they believe a lot of things that I don't. So I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. Uh, and then a lot of stuff like that they do kind of just upsets me because like I know I can't really relate to them and I can't do things with them that I would like to do, and they can't relate to me, and I know that they're trying to be like accepting or whatever, but they can't. The way that they believe in things makes it so they can't really. So it kind of this assignment kind of annoying because I don't know what it was supposed to prove or like help you learn, and it just like caused a lot of fighting because we ended up fighting and doing stuff like that because that's just how it works when you try to talk about personal stuff with your family. In my family, just me, it doesn't like do that with the other two because I have siblings. Woot. Yeah, but so my mom was like, we can't say that we actually did this, that we didn't do it. So she put like a little caret above it and says we've discussed some of the questions because we started fighting before we could finish talking about all of them. So that was like really fun. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to a new topic. This video may get really long, and also there's this thing I should probably have put before I started talking about that topic, which is if any of my family is actually watching this, I do not mean to offend you. I'm just giving my honest opinions and how I feel. Please don't be concerned. Please don't get angry. Please just like whatever. But like if you want to get into it with me, do it through the internet, but not publicly, I guess. Just because it works better when we do it that way. Um, okay, so next thing. So I had to make up some work from when I was gone because I've been sick 3 different times since Christmas, and like they were like gone for multiple days. So I had to go make up some work, and I was there early to do that. And I was just talking with my health teacher because again, health class. And I was just I just said like, oh, I'm really picky a lot of times, but you wouldn't guess that or something. And she was like, oh, so do you think that's why you're so skinny? And I sort of had this awkward like hesitation moment, and I was like, I don't know. Um, but so normal people would just be like, okay, that's just a question that people ask. But for me, being a person who has had like, I don't know if I've actually had an eating disorder, but I had eating disorder tendencies. Um, it was kind of awkward because I know that I had been like not as good before, but I've been like improving. I thought in the past couple months, I've been, like trying to not think about things in a disordered way, and I thought I was doing a lot better at it. I hadn't been really um, like I didn't eat a lot when I was sick, but that wasn't because I needed to like do that for a specific reason. It was just because I wasn't hungry or my throat hurt and I didn't want to swallow anything. It wasn't for like the disordered reasons that you would. So I did lose some weight from that, but I did that every time I got sick, and then I would gain it back again. It just takes me a lot longer because I don't always have like the biggest appetite. But I thought I was doing good, and so she's saying that I'm like really skinny kind of makes me go like, am I not doing good? Am I like fucking up again? Not gonna say excuse my swearing because I'm gonna do it anyway. Um, because I don't think I was, or I don't think I am. But so then I started like thinking about it a lot more and stuff. So then I was sort of worried, and so now I'm kind of like, wait, am I too skinny? Because I think I'm pretty average. Like, because at my old school, I only had like 4 or 5 other girls to compare myself to. And so some of them were bigger than me, and some of them were smaller than me, and I was just sort of in the middle. But now I go to a school where there's like 1,800 people. So there's a ton of girls, and there's a ton of people, and there's really no way to say that, oh, there's more people that look like this or there's more people that look like this, which makes you, I think, in my opinion, makes me feel a lot better about my body type just in general, because like there's people that look like me and they're confident in their bodies. At least, I mean, you're walking in the hallway, so it's not like I'm talking to you, but you don't look like I don't mean to assume anything, but just seeing other people like that makes me feel better about myself. So there's also more people, so then it seems like, well, maybe then I am just average, which is good because I want to be like, just like everyone else in that sense. So, I mean, I may have pictures of what I look like if I figure out how to do that and do that. If so, I'll put them somewhere on the screen and then you can see and judge for yourself. But if you're going to be rude, please don't do that in the comments because I have low self esteem at times and it's upsetting. So, yeah. Um, but just sort of thinking about that sort of made it, I feel like, I don't know if that triggered it because I think it started a tiny bit before then. And that's why I was worried about it a bit more than like I normally would be. But like being, fighting with my family a lot is like makes me think about things because I know that I'm really different from them, and I'm not going to change myself to fit in with what they want me to be like. But it makes me upset that I can't be with them and interact with them in a way that I'd like because things that we believe conflict, and so things that they say that they don't mean to be an upsetting thing upset me because they don't understand how I'm thinking about things. So a lot of times we get like fighting and stuff. So then I get really upset and things. And so I've started to have those thoughts again. Like I'm not doing anything that I like. I'm still, being good and not doing anything I shouldn't. But like there was one night where I got really really upset and I started thinking about self harming, and I was like, no, you can't do that. So I texted somebody and I just had them talk to me. Like I didn't tell them why. I was just like, I need to be distracted, so I just had them talk to me um, until I was able to actually go to sleep, so that I wouldn't like do anything. But like a lot, like if like when I get upset like about things, then I start to think bad things about myself because it's like, well, it's obviously not their fault, so it has to be my fault, and I know that's not right either. But that's just how my brain works. And then it's like, well, if it's your fault, then you're doing something wrong, so you need to punish yourself. And then that's where like self harm and not eating and stuff like that come in. So that's technically a form of self harm, I guess. That's what I consider it. Normally, you don't see me talking with these on, but it's bedtime, so I put them on. And then, like, does this ever happen to people when you start to feel like a little bit bad and you want to make it worse on purpose? Because you just sort of like the feeling of it. I don't know if this ever actually happens to people, but like sometimes, or like this happened a lot before, where I would be kind of feeling depressed or something, and then I would go on like a social media site and look up images of things that would make me more depressed because I liked the way that it felt. Like I didn't like it, but I did at the same time. So then I don't know. Like, do people do that where it's like I'm starting to feel kind of bad and I need to make it better. So you go and try to do something that will make it better, but then there's this thing over here and you know that it will make it worse, but you do it anyway because you almost want it to be worse. I don't know. Comment if you've ever done something like that and if you can relate to any of these things. And yeah, this is a really, really long vlog, almost like 20 minutes, and I don't know if anybody really wants to sit through all that, so I might split this up. But it's probably going to end up being like too much work, and I won't have time because I'm also going to have to edit this, and I don't really want to edit it in the living room where everyone is because, like, these are my private thoughts. So if you want to know them, you've got to, like, go watch them where I put them on the internet so everyone can see them. That's great how private stuff is. But recently I've been like watching Kovu is a unicorn, and then his second channel, Kovu is a one-horned mythical creature, and then also Dan is not interesting, which is Dan Howell's Daniel. Is it Dan Howell or Daniel Howell? I don't remember what his channel's called. Side channel where he talks about stuff and does like live streams and stuff. But I don't like do an actual live stream. Um, and then also, I think I talked about this earlier, but like other people. So just like listening to people talk about their own issues that I can relate to is really like helpful to me. Because just knowing that other people are going through this and sort of listening to how they deal with it is just really like, I don't know, therapeutic. I don't know if that's the right word for that. And uh, that they actually that there are people there that like even if I don't ever message them or anything, like I know that they care. Like, and I also know I have friends and family that care. But like it's just that people who don't even know me will care about me. And I know that like I had experience with just people on the internet who if they see some of my posts that I like, really upsetting to like that I'm upset, they'll like just people that don't even know me will come up and they'll message me and they'll be like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to you?" And then they just let me talk to them and stuff. Or they'll just send me little encouraging things now and then. And it's really nice and I love having an internet community and it's really great. So I really should probably go to bed now because it's probably like almost 11. And I have to go to church tomorrow and not fall asleep in the pew because that's not allowed. Um, so I will see you guys all next time. And thank you so much for watching. This was probably the only video that will go up on either of my channels this week because just we had exchange students last week and then we got a flat tire and everything's just been really busy. So yeah, but I hope you guys all have a great day, and if you're my family, please don't be upset with me. Yeah, bye.